I ask you now to pronounce judgment on those accused. On this mindless aberration, whose only means of expression are wanton violence and destruction. On the woman Ursa, whose perversions and unreasoning hatred of all mankind have threatened even the children of the planet Krypton. Finally, General Zod, chief architect of this intended revolution and author of this insidious plot, to establish a new order amongst us, with himself as absolute ruler.
There's a war going on outside. There's a war going on inside. There's a war going on outside. There's a war going on inside. They attempted a crime, a spiritual homicide, but we just transformed. The spirit can never die. Freedom fighters recognize, pump your fist to the sky. Spark the revolution, we revising their lives. They attempted a crime, a spiritual homicide, but we just transformed. The spirit can never die. Freedom fighters recognize, pump your fist to the sky. Spark the revolution, we revising their lives. I'ma let the world know the truth. They don't want us to shine. They program our minds, and then they try to render us blind. It's by their design. Infect us with the anti-divine, and they convert what we believe in the symbols and signs. Greatest of all crimes that the devil committed was convincing the world that he never existed. Twisted demonic forces and forced to these institutions are seen. Behind the scenes, we losing the revolution. It won't be televised, no spiritual execution. We keep recycling our own mental pollution. They won't exercise the evil exercise, so they charge with the crime of spiritual homicide. They attempted a crime, a spiritual homicide, but we just transformed. The spirit can never die. Freedom fighters recognize, pump your fist to the sky. Spark the revolution, we revising their lives. They attempted a crime, a spiritual homicide, but we just transformed. The spirit can never die. Freedom fighters recognize, pump your fist to the sky. Spark the revolution, we revising their lives. We living on the land that Lucifer landed on, where General Zod was released from the Phantom Zone. The pinnacle pentagram, they fell on the Pentagon. A cultic foundation the nation was built upon, with no resistance. We just take their position, pledge allegiance to the flag, vow over submission, fight and die for this country, for the government's mission. It's like patriotism has become a religion. Do we still worship God or the symbols we give them, not knowing that they originate from pagan traditions? Mysticism, the Kabbalah, Talmudic inventions, ignoring the commandments, Mosaic traditions. The law is glanced over, passed over like Passover. Yahweh's names perverted to Jehovah. Live in ignorance, you can't trust your scholars. Hosea said his people will perish for they lack of knowledge. Muhammad said that Muslims would abandon Islam. We prefer Hadith narratives over Quran. Protestants hate the Catholics hate the Baptists. Seventh Day Adventists are mad, they switch to Sabbath. All of them are Christians, but many don't even practice. The Jews hate the Christians copy the Jews. They all hate the Muslims, the atheists be confused. And we won't even get into the Zionist views. Only few understand what I'm kicking in their ear was meant to stimulate their spiritual stratosphere. They're trying to separate us from the maker who made us, disconnect us from the core the universe he gave us. That's why we say it's a spiritual homicide, but it's suicide to our soul at the same time.
The decision of the council will now be heard. Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
The vote must be unanimous, Your Honor. It has therefore now become your decision. You alone will condemn us if you wish, and you alone will be held responsible by me.